Hello everyone, Nimisha here from English from Sydney. Back with another video of PT component. Hope all of you are practicing well. So today we'll be discussing about one of the less important components of PTE, which is answer short question. So answer short question is the task, which is your last component in speaking. And this is a task where they ask you a question and you have to give a one-word answer. You don't have to say a sentence here, just few words would be sufficient. One words, two words, or just say three words maximum. So it's mostly your general knowledge or vocabulary based questions. But if you do not know the answer to this question as well, please do not keep silent. As we have discussed in our speaking components, if you have not watched it, please make sure you go through our PT tutorials playlist in our YouTube channel. You can watch the other components as well. So as we have already discussed in the other speaking components, the most important aspect of speaking is your fluency and pronunciation. So even if you do not know the answer to this question, please do not keep silent. Give an answer. Right or wrong doesn't matter, just give an answer. So as we do for every other component, let's see how important this question is by looking at the PT score distribution chart. Let's go ahead. I'll start sharing my screen with you. All right, so here we have our PT score distribution chart where I have mentioned this many times in the other videos. Please have a look at this table. This is really important for you. You can use it for reference. You can use it for every component of PT because here we have all the 20 types of questions in PT arranged according to total marks from highest to lowest. So you can clearly see what is important and what is less important. The questions which are on top are clearly more important than the ones which are at the bottom. So the item that we are discussing today is your answer short question, which is over here, as we can see in the yellow block, the third block, which is relatively less important compared to all the other items on top. So if we can just count it, we can see it is, I think, 13th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. Yes, this is the 13th important question out of the 20 items in PTE. It has a total of 9 marks out of 90, and this is an item in your speaking module where you get 10 to 12 questions of answer short question. You get 10 to 12 different questions under the same item. Average number of questions, 10. This is the point system. You don't have to worry about that. We'll discuss about it later in the detailed part. And as we have already noticed, even though this task is in your speaking module, you have to listen to an audio first because in the audio, they ask you a question. So as long as you listen to an audio, you're supposed to get points in your listening module as well. And as you can see, even though this is a task which is in your speaking module, out of the 9 points, it is just giving 2.5 points to your speaking part. It doesn't give points to writing or reading. More points, 6.6 points are given to your listening module. So you need to understand this, guys. If you are students who are aiming for like 6 each or 6.5 each, less than 7 each, this is not an important component for you, but still, of course, try to do everything as perfectly as you could. But if you're targeting for like band 7 or band 8, 65 out of 90 or 79 out of 90, please make sure you try to do this question as well as perfectly as you could. Even though it doesn't give much points to speaking, it is contributing 6.6 points to your listening module. So especially students targeting for 79 plus, the 6.6 points is really important as well. Even the 2 points for speaking. All right, so this task is contributing more points to your listening module and 2.5 points for your speaking module because you have to listen to the audio and then give a one-word answer or few words answer. Now, how does it give points to speaking and listening? Now, it is giving less points to your speaking because your points which is given to your speaking part is only based on your fluency and pronunciation. That means as long as you give the answer, whether it is right or wrong, if you speak, you could still get this 2.5 points for your speaking part, which is the reason why I'm saying if you do not know the answer to the question, please do not keep silent, give an answer anyway. Now, the points which is given to your listening part, 6.6 points, this depends on the answer that you're giving. If your answer is correct, if your answer is wrong, you will not be getting any points for your listening part. If your answer is wrong, you'll be getting points only for your speaking part. Even though your answer is wrong, you can get points for your speaking, but if your answer is correct, you can get the points for your listening part as well. But better than getting 0 for both speaking and listening, just give an answer so you get some points for your speaking module at least. So if you give the correct answer, if you give the correct vocabulary of what they're asking, You will be getting 2.5 for speaking as well as 6.6 for your listening module as well. Now let's see how the question looks. Okay, so as we have already mentioned, this is the 5th item in your speaking module. In speaking, you have 5 components: read aloud, repeat sentence, describe image, and read a lecture. Please watch those videos as well. We have already created them before. They are more important than this task. And you will understand this also better if you watch that first. Now, answer short question is the 5th item in speaking, where you will be listening to an audio. This audio is a question to you, just one sentence question. You just have to give a one-word answer or few words answer. So this is the instruction. You hear a short question and then the recording status box will change to recording. Start your answer as soon as this happens. If you wait for more than 3 seconds, recording will stop and the item status will change to completed, which means that you have lost your chance to give your answer. This is a minor part of PT, but very crucial. Many people ignore this. They are not bothered about this, but it's a very important task, where in every task of speaking, the computer shows you the recording status bar, which you can see on the right side of the screen. You can see recorded answer, current status, recording. So for every task of speaking, they give you a specific time to prepare yourself, and the computer starts a recorder only when you see the blue color bar over here. So as soon as you see the first blue bar, you have to start speaking. And in certain questions, specifically, you read aloud, describe image, and read a lecture, there is a beep to notify you that the recording is going to begin. But in questions like your repeat sentence and answer short question, please do not wait for a beep, because these questions doesn't have a beep. So if you keep on waiting for a beep, you might lose your chance to answer, because it might have already started the recording and you might be still waiting for the beep. So please don't wait for the beep. I would suggest not waiting for the beep for any question in speaking. For all the tasks of speaking, please start your answer as soon as you see the first blue color bar in the recording status bar. Why I'm saying the first blue color bar is because, as you can see here, the computer also has a rule. If it already started the recorder and if it doesn't hear anything for 3 seconds or more, it will stop the recorder automatically. So even if you answer after the 3 seconds, the computer is not going to record you. That is the reason why you have to answer immediately as soon as you see the blue bar, not before it, not too late as well. So answer with the first blue bar. Don't wait for the beep. All right. Now, coming back to the number of items, you'll be getting 10 to 12 questions. And according to the point system is not your marks out of 90. Point, it carries 1 point per question. And that 1 point is purely based on your vocabulary, not grammar, not sentence structure, none of those, just vocabulary. There is no negative marking, which is the reason why even if you do not know the answer to a question, please give an answer. Even if it's wrong, there's no harm. And as long as you answer, as long as your voice is recorded, the computer will still give you points for your speaking part. And as we have already seen in the score distribution chart, this item is contributing points to both your listening and speaking module. Now,
10.
Oh, just a sec. Yeah. All right. So now the trick here is, if you improve your general knowledge and your vocabulary skills, and the best thing to do is make sure you go through all the repeated questions from the exam as much as you could, because this is one of the questions in PT which are highly repeated. The questions which have appeared before, you have a very good chance of getting them again. So make sure you go through the list of repeated questions. There is close to 700, 800 questions. Try to go through minimum 50 questions in a day, so you can finish within around 1 month time. All right. Now in this task, when you listen to the question, listen very carefully, because they'll ask you very simple questions, but the sentence structure in which they ask you the question could be a bit tricky or complicated to confuse you. So listen carefully. Your answers will be mostly simple questions. You get 10 to 12 of them. Most of them will be simple, but even if you do not know the answer, just give an answer. And when I say just give an answer, you can either say a wrong answer or say don't know, or the best thing to do here is repeat a keyword from the question itself. So let's do a couple of them.
10. If you don't feel like eating, what do we say you don't have?
The correct answer is appetite. You don't have to say the correct answer is, you just have to say one word, appetite. But let's say you do not remember the word appetite immediately, because here after the audio of the question there is only a small gap of 3 seconds. So sometimes we will not, our brain won't work immediately, we won't remember the word immediately. In that case also, please answer as soon as you see the blue bar. But if you do not know the correct answer, either say don't know, or in this particular task you can at least say hunger. You don't have hunger, just say hunger. So the correct vocabulary for this particular question is appetite. Let's do another one.
9. What object would you use to climb up to the roof of a house?
Very simple. The correct answer is ladder. You just have to say one word, ladder. You don't have to say we use a ladder to climb up to the roof of the house. You don't have to say a complete sentence here. It's only one word. You just have to say ladder. For some questions, there are different answers. You don't have to worry about that. All the correct answers will be accepted. Preferably stick to the most common word. Right.
7. What do we call the first meal of the day?
Breakfast. Okay, so that's another answer. And one issue that I've seen many students face in this question is, even if they say the correct answer, because of their lack of pronunciation clarity, the computer doesn't understand what you're saying, even if you say the correct answer. So make sure you speak loud and clear. And many students have a tendency of mumbling, or they say the answer as if they're asking the computer. So for this one, the answer is breakfast. So don't say breakfast. Don't say breakfast. Do not sound doubtful. Speak confident, loud and clear. Even if your answer is wrong, speak confidently. You should be saying breakfast. Just one word answer as if you're teaching the computer. All right, one more last one.
8. What word is used for someone who watches a sports event?
Spectator. All right. So this is a very simple task, answer short question. I know it won't take much time to prepare even. Best thing to do is try to go through all the questions which have already appeared in the exam, the repeated questions. And of course, if you do not know the answer also, just give a one word answer. And as I said, even though this is not an important component for students aiming for band 6 or 6.5, for students aiming for 7 or 8, please make sure you practice this component as well. Even though it looks really simple, it can give you 6.6 points for your listening and 2.5 points for your speaking part. So for students aiming for 79, even 1 point is really important. So try to practice this question as well as much as possible. All right, so that's pretty much it for your answer short question. I'll be back again with other components, and students who haven't watched the other components, please make sure you go through the PT tutorials in our YouTube channel, or if you need any assistance in preparation, like if you need feedback for what you're practicing, feedback for your writings or your speaking, or you need one-to-one sessions with us, please make sure to contact us on 0432 269 874. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.